Hey, so get the OP set up over here. Yeah, all right, roger that. There's a picnic table here. What the hell are we sitting in the woods for? Hey, what's up, grunts? You ready to talk about some plate carriers? Who says people don't carry hydration on their plate carriers anymore? We got the Special Forces guys 2 magazines. That's all we need, right? And we got hydration. Defense Mechanisms plate carrier. Let's go. Ugh. All those YouTubers, man, they were doing those videos and plate carriers. And I thought between them and those video games, it was a lot easier. Oh. No wonder that grunt proof guy was so freaking angry. Okay, we're not talking about this pack. That's been done. We're talking about plate carrier, Defense Mechanisms. Even though it's an American company and made in America, it's actually what I would consider to be a budget plate carrier, meaning you're not going to pay $1,000 just because of a big brand name. Some of those brands you will probably never see on this channel because, you know what, I'm not buying their crap just because of the name, and they ain't going to send me anything. Defense Mechanisms, if you haven't heard of them, I've already reviewed one of their versions of the ECWCS Level 7 jacket. We got chainsaws and bald eagles. We're out in the forest. So if you want to learn more about Defense Mechanisms, go check them out. They are a sister company or a subsidiary, I know fancy words, of Enlightened Equipment, a mostly hippie backpacker company. Very expensive. Good stuff, but very pricey and more towards the backpackers. Defense Mechanisms, we'll call that the manly big brother, even though it's the little brother, but it's manlier, so it's the big brother. Now, let's get this chest rig off because this is not Defense Mechanisms. This is from One Tigress, a very budget company that makes great stuff. So you can complain about name brands all you want, but if you're just looking to get some gear, you get away from that stuff. So this is how it comes stock. The only thing left are my gloves. But what do you notice, guys? Very minimalist. I came in the flak jacket days, and then we went to the IBA's Interceptor Body Armor Vest. A lot better. And then 2012, went to Afghanistan. Personally purchased my own plate carrier, but in the last 20 years there have been leaps and bounds in plate carriers, IBAs, all that cool stuff. This seems to be the updated model that everybody else is going with. Notice how I unbuckled the buckles, unstacked the buckles. One of them flips up, the other one is fixed. So what you do is you get one side of your Velcro set up to your liking. The other one is the one you take on and off to put the plate carrier on. If you're a really skinny guy or very flexible, you don't have to open anything. You can just drop into that bad boy. Not all of us have the shoulder mobility to do that. Just how I flipped up that chest rig to get it off, you could flip it up on this side because the buckle flips up, and you could easily close this one. Now, a lot of people say, well, that's what the pull tabs are for. You don't have to mess with the Velcro at all. You could just pull one of the releases, it opens up, you could put it back on as normal, and that release is very easy to clip back on there. Because they are plastic, I might advise against doing that a lot, especially if you're deployed with these things. Doing that every single day, 2 to 3 times a day for 300 plus days, can't promise you plastic is going to survive that. However, the Velcro, you could do that almost all day long, especially because you're going to have something on there protecting it from the elements. You do what you want, but it's nice to have options. Show you how that functions. So pull it down, comes right off. If you accidentally get it caught on something, and then it's got 2 grooves, pretty cut and dry, very easy to put on, easier than other ones. Now, it might be advisable to take some 90-mile-an-hour tape, tape it down just enough to where it doesn't get hung up on stuff. If you're getting in and out of vehicles or going through rough terrain, this will get caught on something. And how much pressure do we need? Significant amount. Okay, so might be dummy proof in that sense. Alright, yeah, you get this caught in a vehicle door or some piece of machinery, commo equipment in your track, it's coming right off. So the one that I'm most likely never going to use, that's going to get taped up, taped somewhere out of the way and cinched down. And you know, people say, well, in a medical emergency we got to be able to get it off. All right, well, that's why we have badass scissors. You can cut that right there. You can also cut these two, drop it right off a dude. Many ways to do that. Now, as far as these shoulder straps go, I could not stand the IBAs, how freaking wide and thick those were. It was horribly uncomfortable. Because when I would wear a radio pack, yes, I was an RTO, or some kind of other assault pack, I had to sit that right on top of that thick old IBA freaking shoulder thing. With the Alice Ruck, I had to shove the shoulder part of the IBA up and make sure the Alice straps were down on my actual traps. What I like about the modern plate carriers is they're very thin and they're very narrow. I'll tell you guys right now, if you're not used to walking with weight on, like all you non-ruckers, people who go to the range, put your gear on for about 5 minutes to shoot and then take it off again, when you wear this thing for extended periods, it's going to take some getting used to. It's going to dig into your traps. It's going to pinch some stuff in your shoulders. It's going to toughen you up. It's not a bad thing these days. So you can put extra padding on there. Defense mechanisms can sell you extra stuff to do to it. I'm a big boy, I'm used to it, and I'm fine with those straps. And I like having thin straps, so I can just move those up a little bit, put my ruck strap on the outside, or I can even put it on the inside, whatever I got to do. But it will take some getting used to. Now, very cool, just like many other plate carriers these days. You've got Velcro up here to strap stuff. You can strap an external pouch to it, a mini chest rig, a flag, and your moto patches, whatever you got to put up there. There's Velcro strips you can buy. You can sew them onto stuff, so you can basically attach anything you want on here, make it easier. Chem lights wrapped up and stuff, emergency lights, just stick it on there, pull it off when you need to. Your radio hand mic, your Baofeng, the best radio in the world according to ham operators, you could strap it right there. You also have a small admin pouch right up here. Now, I don't use this because it is extremely thin. It's very deep. You could fit a decent size Right in the Rain notebook in there. Not the big book, but the little miniature notepad you could fit down in there. Probably fit a pen, maybe a slim cell phone. Not the kind of rugged, tough cell phone that you're going to be wearing out on a mission. It ain't going in there, but it's cool to have the option. It is a very adjustable size. If you're 6'5", 400 pounds, probably not going to fit you. But I would say for anybody around 6'2", normal size, all the way down to about 5'6", maybe even a little shorter, you will be good to go adjusting this thing. More upgrades to stuff. We've all gone to mesh. It's got a little bit of padding in there, but not so much that it makes you sweat more. But you still have some mesh that gives you as much breathability as possible. And guys, I'll tell you right now, in hot months, if you're wearing a plate carrier, you're sweating. Doesn't matter. You're gonna sweat. But the mesh does help a little bit. Getting the plates in and out are very easy. It's just like your standard plate carrier. You got a lot of annoying Velcro to deal with. Once you get it open, you open the flap, plate slides right in. These are medium size standard plates, which should be 10 by 12. And you have a little retaining strap in there too, so it's not flopping all over the place, and it's easier to get this thing closed again. So the back works the same way. The stitching is unbelievable, guys. If you look at Enlightened Equipment, the fantastic products they make for the backpackers, which cost a ton of money, you can see with the craftsmanship, they put the same work and effort and money into designing this and putting it together as they do their backpacker stuff. It is quite impressive just looking at the craftsmanship. On the back side, oh, whoops. You're not supposed to drop plates, right? Well, we got these legacy plates in there anyway that we got to test. Let me just put it back on the table. Oh, dang. So on the back side, standard plate carrier stuff, guys. Heavy duty drag handle. If you need to evacuate a big dude wearing a plate carrier, this is probably gonna have a D-ring or a beaner snap to it. And I'm probably dragging the dude with the truck or the quad. It's just how it goes. You ain't dragging a big boy with a plate carrier on. A cool thing about this, notice the back. Molly all over. The entire back side is Molly. No space is wasted. That is outstanding. That gives you so many options and placements to put your stuff. You can add extra chem lights at the last minute, extra crap you need for your team. Put your freaking comms wires, antennas all over the place, your camelbacks. There's tons of room, man. You can hang Molly pouches off of the Molly that have Molly on the outside, and you can hang Molly on the Molly. I dated a Molly. It didn't work out. One more thing. The sides. No wasted space. No excess material. No room for freaking side plates. Don't need that crap. Just openness. Molly straps and openness. Guys, that is airflow. I would have killed to have something like this in Ramadi. Now, of course, all the shit that was blowing up back then, yeah, would have been exposed, but it would have been nice to be able to breathe and actually move more comfortably. And then if I was hopping into the truck, going down IED alleys, might throw on the bomb suit then, but moving around, oh, this would have been great. There is the weight by itself to adjust the shoulder straps. It's a matter of Velcro. Flip it upside down, get a couple quick measurements, throw it over you, put it back on, take it off, check out the measurements again. It's gonna take a little bit of time, but once you get it, you're good to go. They have different sizes and plenty of color options. And of course, they are all tactical as. If you can't get the pattern you want, you can always paint it. Or you can climb around in the woods here and ghillie wash your stuff. So without losing the beer, about my pouches not matching. Some sergeant major somewhere is having a heart attack. Like that, right there. There is a DM panel, defense mechanisms, that actually works with this thing. This one Tigris chest rig, it's designed to be worn as a chest rig. The Velcro panel is optional. So I do have these buckles kind of flapping around in the wind. Doesn't bother me, but if you don't want to combine your stuff and deal with a situation like that, random flappy buckle stuff in the wind, well, go ahead and get yourself a defense mechanisms panel in the process. Well, that about does it, grunts. It's time to wrap it up. I appreciate you watching the defense mechanisms plate carrier. It's good to go, man. Outstanding. Grunt proof as it is budget friendly. They look cool as shit. They're comfortable. And you know what? If you're tough enough and if you're actually working out and rucking, you'll be good to go, man. You'll be comfortable as hell. I can feel the breeze coming through my sides. See you all on the next one. Out.